Today, I will be playing DiamondFire on episode 3 of my DiamondFire series. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Today, I want to talk about a few new things. I'm going to teach you about game values, and I'm going to teach you about a few new blocks. The if game block, the enter the action block, and the enter the event block. These are 3 useful blocks that I will be showing you today. So, first off, I'm going to talk about the enter the event. The enter the event is just actually another type of event, like the player event. But it talks about entities, so mobs and stuff like that, instead of the player. So, if I right click here, we can see a bunch of different things. Today, I'm going to use the projectile damage entity event, since our sword fires projectiles, if we remember. So we can fire a projectile like this. Oops. So that's what the entity event does. But what are we going to do with this? We're going to use the entity action. Entity actions are, again, the entity version of a player block, a player action. It's even a mossy cobblestone instead of normal cobblestone. The player action, we've talked about it, it's items, moving, and giving potion effects, which is one of my favorite things. So we can go into entity action, and we can do so much stuff. We can heal entities, we can do a lot. But I want to launch toward a location. So, when the projectile damages an entity, I want it to launch toward a location. But I want it to launch toward me, because I think it would be kind of funny if you hit an enemy and it started flying at you. But how are we gonna set our location to our feet? Or at least us. There is a way. As I said earlier, I'll be talking about game values. Game values are one of the most useful things in DiamondFire. They're useful because of the locational values. Well, this is what I use them for. There's tons of different things, but the best one is standing block location. That's where the player is standing, or literally their location. I'm just going to grab location. So, and then if we looked at the values, the parameters, it would say location and then power as a number. So let's set the power to 10, so they go flying at us. Now, the if game block. The if game block is an interesting one. We won't normally use it, but it's always good to know about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small redstone circuit, quote unquote. So I'm just going to grab a lever and a redstone lamp. I'll just put it here. I'll put these away, and I'm going to grab a location and hit the redstone lamp to set location to the redstone lamp. And now I'm going to use our process block from yesterday to start a new process. But before that, I could say, oh no, I've run out of space on my bottom row. What am I ever going to do? Well, you might think, oh, I need to buy a bigger plot using some money. But no, actually, there's a way to write tons of code. Actually, if you look over there, you can see the way. Look, there's tons of lines of code on top of his build. So, how do we get those? We type in chat /plot code space add, and then we can type a color, like light blue. Look! Now we have a giant platform that we can code on. But these people have lines. I think it looks cleaner. So I'm gonna type plot code space remove to remove it, and it removes the one below you. And then I'm gonna type this again. But before I type the color, I'm gonna do like dash and then C, D, or L. C makes it so it's closer to your code, but it's still that big chunk. D is makes lines of 2 glass panes, and then there's a gap, and then 2 glass panes. But L does this. It's very clean and it looks nice. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to code a little bit up here, just to show you that it works the exact same. So I'm going to put another start process block, and then here, oh, I need to name it. What should we name it? Should we name it is redstone powered? Let's right click it. And now we can make this process call is redstone powered. And we can right click it to teleport over here to the process. Is redstone powered. Okay, but now what? Maybe we can do a repeat, then press repeat forever. Then we put an if game, we can maybe check. We can be forever checking that the block is powered. That's a good idea. And how about, what should we do? If the block is powered, let's give the player a potion effect. That sounds fun. So we can get the potion effect from the values. Now if we right click it, a menu opens up. Oh, this is cool. I want it so whenever the block is activated, the player gets faster. So, oh, what's that? Amplifier 1, duration infinite. Well, I don't want it to last forever. I only want it to happen when the lamp is on. So what am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna make it so pot dir, and then I'm gonna type 1 for 1 tick, because I only want it to happen when the lamp is on, and no one will notice if the duration is just 1 tick. But wait, I just realized. How does it know that the block powered if game block is referring to the lamp? Well, remember that location we grabbed earlier? If we look at the parameters for it, location, the thing to check. So I'm gonna put this in here, and it should start checking if this is powered when I start playing. So back to our potion effect. Our amplifier, I want to make this twice as fast. And if you remember, if we go back here, it increases walking speed by 20% per level. Oh, okay. So, let's do math. If I want to get 100%, which is double my speed, what is 5? What is 20? How many 20s gets us to 100? It's 5. So let's do pot amp 5. Oops. Pot amp. Oh, no, sorry. Now the amplifier is 5. Now we can place this in this chest, give potion. So we can, I don't want it to overwrite the effect. So we can set that to false. It doesn't really matter since it's such a small duration, but I like it to not override the effect. So we can have multiple if we don't code this right. Okay, let's try it. Oh, what happened? Our code lines are past its CPU limit at lots of numbers. Uh-oh, what happened? Let's go back. Oh, it's highlighted. Let's see. Uh-oh. It seems like we were checking too fast. The server couldn't handle it. So, how do we fix this? How I like to fix it is every time I just put a very small wait. So like a 1 tick wait. So it will be checking every tick. That should work. Here, let's try it now. Now we flip this lever. Look, we're faster! Now we unflip it, we're slow again. So you could use this as a little thing to fight the mobs as a getaway trick. Or you can just enable it and then keep fighting. Well, this concludes the video. Thank you for watching and be awesome.